This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
Especially in light of what we're facing. We read the story in the papers. Dennis had the story on his bulletin on Wednesday. And Thursday morning, he came to the studio a troubled man. Even after we had all seen the story, but he opened it up in a way and we said, absolutely not. Not like this. Yes. So we want to hear from you, Dad, just a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what happened with Faith before we come to you, Alex.
Well, it's a disturbing story because my daughter has been very, very healthy, and she has never had any lifestyle disease of any kind. In fact, she's one of one of my children who I would actually say that she has never had any problem whatsoever. So she trusted God to get a baby, and her desire was that she can be able to bring up her child in an environment that is very good. But unfortunately, what happened actually threw us off balance. We were like a drama because the situation was very disturbing. Since she was about 6 months pregnant, she would actually come to our house on a daily basis because she decided that together with her husband, they would not stay far from us because of the connection we had. She had a very positive connection with us as a family. And she would actually, because we stay on a fourth floor where I stay, and she thought that the best place where she could do exercise is climbing the stairs, and then going down. So she would do that on a daily basis until the time when she was ready for receiving her baby. So on Monday, the first, we spent the entire day together in my house, together. And we even shared lunch together. And we all even prayed together. She was in her spirit, very healthy and strong, and without any problem whatsoever. Until on the morning of Tuesday, the 2nd of September 2025, when she called the mother, and when she called the mother at around 5, the mother picked the phone and she told her that probably the amniotic fluid had broken. So I told the mother, the best moment is now. We are prepared to receive our first grandchild, which was very amazing.
How old was she? Was your daughter?
26 years.
Okay.
Yes. So what happened is now we advised her to get a vehicle as fast as possible and hurriedly go to the hospital where she has been attending medical attention,
So she's been at this hospital for her prenatal care?
Yes,
All right.
for prenatal care.
Okay.
So so I spoke to her husband, and the husband said, yeah, we will be in a hurry. We have to be able to reach in the hospital at least by 5:20 in the morning, a.m., 5:20. So since 5:20, I never had, I was never in contact with her until about 5 in the evening, when I received a call that I was supposed to be at the dispensary, that is St. Joseph, the Worker Health Center. I was supposed to be there for to sign a consent. I don't know how they call it in medical terms, but to sign that
it's consent. Yes,
consent. Yeah, to sign the consent for her to go for a cesarean. So I took her mother and we rushed to the hospital. Unfortunately,
just for clarity,
yes.
Where is this hospital?
The hospital is just behind Mountain View Estate in Kankemi.
Okay.
Yes. So we actually rushed to the hospital. I was actually prepared, if in case I find my daughter in a situation that could be compromising, I was ready to take her for a referral to a better facility. But what shocked me is that by the time I reached, my daughter had already been taken in for theater.
What time was that?
Around 5:30.
5:30 p.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Around 5:30 p.m. She had already been taken in. So I tried to inquire from the sisters the circumstances leading to her being hurriedly or in a hurry to be taken to the theater. And they said, it's very unfortunate, we had to. But I asked then, I'm the father, who signed the consent? And I was told that the cousin to her husband signed the consent. So I said, was it in a rush or what happened? I didn't get any information so far from the hospital.
As you're asking all this,
Yeah.
your daughter is in theater.
As I'm asking all that, my daughter is in theater. But I don't even know where the theater is. So they told me that you don't have to ask so many questions. All you need to do is go and sit outside and wait until those guys finish what they are doing, and we will give you a report.
Okay.
So I went outside, disturbed, very disturbed, because by the time I arrived at the hospital, mind you, I found my sister-in-law, the mother to her husband, in tears. So it still traumatized me. I was so disturbed. Why is this happening like this? So at the time, after around 20 minutes, a sister comes and tells us that those who are disturbed, finally, we have good news. So I said, praise God. And the good news is we have a baby. So we all were very joyful, and we thought that this is now the moment. And they said that give us about 20 minutes, we dress the baby. After dressing the baby, then we will call you in to see your baby. So I actually went. I sat somewhere for some time. And then after that, they called us after about 20 minutes again. And they said, come in now and see the baby. So we went in.
And that's what time now?
That's about 10 minutes to 6. About 10 minutes to 6. So when we reached the room where they had put the baby, I saw the baby. The baby was so handsome. In fact, looking at us, I was like, it's not possible. Many times in my life, I've seen young babies, they don't open eyes.
No.
But this one, the eyes are open, very open, and just looking so handsome. I was excited, but my heart is still telling me, where is my daughter? Can they explain to us anything about faith? So as a grandfather, I took the initiative to hold the baby, to lay my hand to the baby and prayed. When I finished praying, immediately I said, Amen. A lady hurriedly rushed into the room in a rush. In fact, I was pushed aside, like push. Yeah? Songa, haraka. Yeah? Songa. And she picked up a certain machine there that appeared to be like an oxygen machine. And while pulling it, it was stuck on the wall because the socket was still on the wall. Mm-hmm. So the sister who was there then with us decided to ask her, please let me remove it from the wall first. So she removed it, and then she entered the opposite room. So I discovered probably the opposite room was the theater. Mm-hmm. I was able to look inside because in the gap there is some space. You can be able to see someone lying on the bed. Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, what kind of a surgery, a theater is this? You can see inside from outside. I asked them, this rush could be as a result of something. Is there something wrong happening? And they told me, go outside and relax there. We will call you. So I left.
When you're asking all these questions
Yeah.
and you're seeing this gap and you can see inside the theater,
Yes.
did you know that your daughter was in there?
I didn't know. I didn't.
At this point,
notice.
you don't even know.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know because that's a hospital, so you don't know exactly what is happening and even where the theater is, because I was not there at the time she entered. So I went out, and then I was so disturbed. I went and sat in the car. I didn't want to hear anything from anyone. I stayed there for almost an hour. Now, after about an hour and maybe a few minutes, I called my son and mama, and I told them, please excuse me, I have to go where? Home, so that I can go look after the young girl who is back home. I can also prepare some dinner, so you guys, when you come, you will find dinner ready. What happened is I left the place, and like just 1.5 kilometers, the guys calls me, and somebody calls me, I think a lady, and tells me, Daddy, please come back.
These are hospital staff?
No, not even a hospital staff.
Who's this who's calling you?
I think a cousin to Faith's husband.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was unable to turn, but I gave myself courage, and I turned the car, and went to the hospital. While still before I arrived, my son calls and tells me, Daddy, where are you? You have to be in a hurry. You have to come very fast. So I decided, I drove a bit faster and arrived at the hospital and found everything in confusion. You know, my son-in-law told them, now Daddy is here. Now tell us what exactly has happened. So these guys takes us in a room, in a place, and then they tell us, sit down.
Which guy is this now?
I think one of the doctors.
Okay.
Although I'll not be able, because I don't know whether he was a doctor or just a staff of the hospital. So he tells us, sit here. I told the guy, no, I can't say it. You know, just tell me what has happened. And he insisted. He said, I can't talk to you people when you are standing. You have to sit down. Say, no. The message you need to give me, I will hear it from the ears. Please speak. And the guy says, we tried our best, but we did not make it. What? Tried our best. I broke down and hurriedly rushed into that room which I had left.
Did you know what he was talking about?
I didn't know. Because, it was like a shock, We did not make it. What do you mean? Because everyone is crying. So I said, no, let me just go and confirm for myself. I rushed in, went to that room. It was just, they had just returned the door, but they had not locked. I jumped in. What I saw was devastating. Devastating. My daughter was actually naked. The place where they were stitching, a quarter way done. A quarter way done. So it's just open. Open. Wide. And to make the matters worse, blood was soaked in the place where she's sleeping, she's lying. Blood is soaked everywhere. Soaked. She's soaked in blood. And the blood itself is trickling to the floor. From the side where the legs are to the other side where I'm standing, blood. At this particular point, I'm seeing blood too, even from the mouth here. And right on the left side of the wall, there are spots of blood, like somebody coughed, like a struggle on the wall. It was devastating. I couldn't stand that, I couldn't stand that. I was like, if there is a time I have prayed like Jesus, Jesus, please come. I was seeing like I'm Jesus and Faith is Lazarus. If I can speak to her to wake up. I did that for almost 40 minutes to 1 hour, Faith, please wake up. If you can do it, please wake up. What happened? Nobody was there. In fact, every nurse and doctors were nowhere absolutely even to be seen. Nowhere. So the best thing I did is, because I know that this was a matter that required the media, I took my phone and called Nation Media. KTN. I called Standard Media. And thank God that they responded on time and came and saw what we had seen. And from that time, we started now organizing and arranging on how we can be able to. I reported actually the matter to the OCS in Kabete, who escalated the matter to the area because that area falls under Kangemi Police Station, and the police came in. You can imagine, while the crowds were coming in, I informed my family and where I stay, and everyone came running because what? My daughter was healthy. She was very strong, healthy, and she would come at where I stay every day, so everyone knew her, including my relatives and family members. So that place was packed in a few minutes. Just within a short time, it was packed. And the disturbing thing is that even at the time when people came and they were agitated, I stood up because I'm a chaplain, I would actually go, and the police would not calm the crowds. They would actually come back to me and tell me, Babu, you are the only person who can calm these people down, because they wanted to cause a lot of trouble to that facility. But I would actually stand there and tell them that we have a country that has the rule of law. And if this matter has happened or has taken place, it requires investigations. And investigations cannot be done if your people decide to destroy this facility.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to come back
Yes.
just in a little bit to then what happened with the police and all of this,
Yes,
because
yes.
Clearly it was horrific.
Thank you.
Alex, obviously a very, very difficult experience. Where were you this whole time from morning until, because from what Dad says, from 5 a.m. when she went into labor until 5:30 in the evening when she went into the 5 o'clock in the evening when she went into the ward for surgery. Where were you and what was happening with you at that time?
So first of all, before I answer that question, I want that hospital to know what they took from me. They took my strength, my best friend, the love of my life, because if you knew from where we came from, it's so fucking fucked up. So, as from that day, Tuesday, 5 a.m. in the morning, we reached around there 5:15, 5:20 at the hospital.
In the morning?
Yeah, in the morning. So when we arrived, we were admitted, and then Faith was taken to be checked with the nurses about her openings. So she was 4 centimeters open at that time.
Yeah.
You see? So from then, they told us to continue stretching so that it could reach the 10 centimeters. So we complied. We continued walking. So we walked. And then I was going at work. I was going at work at that time at 10. So I left my cousin in charge of everything because I never had the strength to leave her alone, see? So when I left her, when it reached around 12, my wife called me, my late wife called me, and she told me she was 6 centimeters. With my joy and happiness, I even left work and went back to the hospital. On arriving at the hospital, we met with Rachel, who is my cousin, and she told me to go for something sweet, Fanta orange. The doctor said Fanta orange, so that she could drink, I don't know for what. So she drank it, and then after a while, I left again because I was told the clothes were not enough. So I rushed at our house, and when I arrived there, after packing, my cousin again called me and told me that I should rush back because Faith is about to deliver. So on arriving, that's when, as my dad said, my mom was crying when arriving at that time. My mom was crying, and I asked myself, what's happening? And then Rachel told me it's theater. She had gone to theater. She had been admitted to theater. So me, I knew this is not a bad thing. It's not something to be worried about. Because, first of all, at that hospital, before we chose that hospital, before we chose it, we benchmarked it for like 2 days. Me with her, and her with her mother, you see? And they assured us they had everything. Because the nurse told us, if it's normal, it's normal. If it's theater, but we are good. So, me and you, the theater was not that serious because, yes, she'll be in pain, like we'll be nursing her wounds. So me, I calmed down because I knew everything would end. So after a while, the doctor, then a certain mother came and told us, because my mom was so deeply crushed, she was crying before even the theater started. The operation started, she was crying. So the nurse told her, we mama, unalia kuja kwanza, uone mtoto, roho itulie.
So why was she crying at that time?
You know, my certain sister had been rushed before they had a certain issue. My sister never had a normal one, so she went to see us. So I guess that thing hit her. So that's why she was crying. She doesn't like CS. In short, she doesn't. So when the lady told us to come, our mothers went in first, my mother and the mother to Faith. They went in first. They checked the baby, and then they came out smiling. Then it was our turn. We went and saw the baby was okay. And then they told us to go out so that the operation could continue.
Okay. I have to come back in a bit. But at that time, was Faith alive?
At that time, when they gave us the baby, we
Yes.
don't know.
We don't know.
Because
Okay.
they had locked themselves inside, you see?
Okay.
So as we knew, they are just stitching up the wound. So after a while, we started getting worried. We were wondering, is it supposed to take that long? So I, Clinton, my brother-in-law, and Rachel, the lady who was checking Faith, we went to the nursery and found there wasn't even anyone attending to the boy because he's supposed to feed when being born. He's supposed to have something. So there was no nurse there. So we decided, let's stay ourselves there. So we stayed, and when we were there, we could hear movement there inside. You see, the theater is just opposite to the nursery. They're just like neighbors. So we could hear what's going on there. So we had movement. Then when it reached a certain point, I don't know if it's the heartbeat checker or what's the heartbeat checker. Everything just went silent in there. So us, we knew this is a good thing because the operation is over. So we waited. They never opened the door so that we could see her. They never opened. After a while, Rachel went outside for a kikoi because it was cold.
Yeah.
A kikoi to cover herself. Reaching there outside, I don't know what she had. Then she came to Clinton, the brother-in-law to Faith. I heard her saying, Kuja.
Clinton is now Faith's brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
She called him, Kuja. I was left there with the baby. So after even seconds, I started hearing screams outside of crying screams. Ama sijui nitasemaje. So I rushed outside because I was concerned what's going on. I rushed outside, and that's when I met my two mothers down. They never had even the strength to stand. They were crying, deeply crying. Then I wondered what they had been told. So I went to their two sisters. There were two sisters. I went to the two sisters and asked them, Nini inaendelea? What's going on? They never answered. They only said, tunangojea baba Faith. That's when my imagination started kicking in. Nikaona, this is not something good. So I never wanted to act out as the parents. So I just chilled. I chilled and waited for him. And he came. He told them, ndo mzee, nini inaendelea? Then they told us, tutaambilia hapa, twendeni in a certain room, so that they could tell us. When we reached there, the anger had started kicking in. When we reached there, we met the two doctors and then the sisters, the two sisters. So the two doctors, first of all, one of them, I remember him very well. I can't forget him. One of them told us, kaini chini, siongeangi na watu wako na hasira. For real.
He said this to you?
Yeah?
He said this to you?
Yeah, he said this to us. We were many. Kaini chini, siongeangi na watu wako na hasira. I even wondered, you want me to sit down? Uniambie kitu flani na flani. And we had waited for all that time to tell us, sasa hii unatuambia tukae chini. Tukaambia tukae, we are not sitting down. So after telling them that, as Dad said, they tried their best, but there were some complications. I asked them which complications. They never answered. So after that, I ran to the theater, and that's when I found my wife there. Not even, you see, you should give respect. Well, they had not even covered the body, you see? The way the body was left, mwili, blood was all over. I even asked some people who went for CS, damu inatokeanga kwa mdomo. And they told me, kitu kaa hiyo haifai kufanyika. Because what should happen is that you're paralyzed halfway. So that's when we saw blood all over on the walls. And when I rushed out again to ask the doctors what happened, they had vanished. Imagine.
What does that mean?
They had ran away, ama what?
To where?
I never saw them. I don't know where they went. Imagine.
Where did they go, Dad?
I don't know. Those guys just disappeared. And
The two doctors
the
and the
whole
sisters,
hospital,
or who?
The whole hospital. We couldn't trace anyone. We were only seeing the sisters. you could not even see a nurse or a doctor, because the only people you are seeing are people who are wearing, like, the sisters, the way they dress. Those are the people who are addressing. Actually, and they are not even addressing us. They are just standing like this, watching us.
So they left. So you're inside the theater.
Yes.
You and your son-in-law.
Yes.
Your daughter is naked on the table.
On the table.
Who covered her?
Actually, one guy came. After some time, he came and covered her.
This
A
is after
hospital.
you
Our
had
presence, yes.
made
Yes.
an issue of it, yeah.
Yes. One guy came and covered her.
But the doctors who earlier waliwaambia atuongee na watu wako na hasira, you never saw them again.
We never saw them again until now, until today.
Do you know their names? The
I
names
don't
of
even
these
know.
doctors?
I don't, one thing, Kwanzaa, let me tell you one thing I forgot. You see, when they said she's supposed to go to the theater, I guess it should start within other 20 minutes. It should take 20 minutes to prepare. For them, they took like an hour. Then I saw this guy, I don't know where he came from. He was not in the hospital. He came running inside. He never even introduced himself, saying, I'm so and so, Minda, naenda kushughulikia your wife. He just rushed. Ndio maana kwanza that man, that old man, wacha nimwite hivyo because I don't know him. That old man, mi sijui venye akijua venye amenifanyia. Now I'm left with a small baby who saw her mother for some minutes.
No, he didn't. He didn't, because I doubt even if the baby saw the mother.
So what they said is that they only showed her the baby,
Okay.
then she smiled,
Oh.
then
So
the
she
baby,
was
Oh, serious.
alive when her baby was born.
yeah, she was
She
alive.
was alive.
Yes.
Because I
yeah,
was
okay.
told she was given
Shown.
the baby, she smiled, and then kidogo they took her to the nursery.
So
Then
who told you this? Who told you that she held the baby and smiled? Who said this to
I
you?
don't know, I can't remember. Like
Okay,
someone told me that.
that's fine. Now, on this consent form, which is procedural in medical facilities, the names of the individuals performing the procedure should be on the form. Rachel signed the form.
Yeah, sure.
What was the name of the medical practitioner on that form? Do we know?
So far, even I haven't asked
Okay.
about that because they are running away. You can't even talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sorry, it's important, that information to have, and they should have given you a copy of this form, did they? Do
No.
you have a copy of the form?
No.
That's another problem.
Yes,
Okay.
they didn't
So we
give
have a
us.
couple of problems here.
Yes.
That this form is in triplicate. I know because I've done it before.
Okay.
This form is in triplicate. One form is yours.
Yes.
Another form is if there is insurance. That form belongs to them. And the other form remains with the hospital.
The hospital.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you should have been given a form. Whether it was Rachel who signed that form or not, she should have received that form.
Yes.
And the
As a
name,
copy.
as a copy, the name of the person doing the procedure
Yes.
is supposed to be there.
Yes.
And then you sign for the patient or as the patient. Okay? So that is one thing you must know. If they
Yes.
didn't give you a form, we have a problem. All right?
Yeah.
Now, after this happened, because it's a horrific thing, and I can't imagine what the two mothers are here, fathers, husband, sisters, and it seems like you were all very close-knit
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
What did the police then say they were going to do after that? Because you did call them.
The police said that they are going to, first of all, we have to do a post-mortem. Because when we left the place, we were given a letter. And then because it's a matter that was under investigation, the police asked us to take the body to city mortuary. But we opted not because of the love we had for this girl. And we said that the best place we could actually decide to take her is Cheromo. So we took her to Cheromo mortuary. And at that point, it was after midnight. So, yeah, it was after midnight, around 1 a.m. because this whole matter took from between that time 6:37 to almost 1 a.m. in the night. Still,
Next morning, actually.
yes, still at the hospital. So by the time we are leaving the hospital, we went and took the body to Chiromo, and they told us that the post-mortem will be done on Thursday. So on Thursday, the police were there, the doctor, the pathologist, the representative of the hospital, and us as the family. And after the post-mortem report, the doctor said that, told us that it is very unfortunate our daughter died of lack of oxygen to the brain.
Power your next move with up to 105% equity bank asset financing for school buses. Enjoy a repayment period of up to 84 months. Visit any equity branch today to apply for asset financing.
Kwa zaidi ya miongo mitatu, KTN imekuwa ange sako kwa bako na wanamichezo wa humu nchini. Kusherekea ufanisi wao, tunaliwaza na kuwasuta wanapofanya hivyo sivyo.
This is KTN.
Such awesome young men, and how blessed are we to have these kind of guys at the forefront of our sport at the moment. And as you suggested, long may it last.
Long may it last. Also have to say that both Carlos and Yannick saluted all the efforts of Stacey Allister For 18 years, she headed up Tennis Canada. Then for 10 years, she worked for the Women's Tennis Association, and she was here for 10 years.
Croft so much. That's what draws us all in. A huge situation there to get the match point again after losing 2 of them.
Yes.
Just the way he smiled towards his box. You know, who does that in moments like this, in such tense moments? We've almost never seen that before, Mary.
I know, it's such recognition of the moment, and it's like he knows he's about to please all the people he loves, all the people who love him. He stands alone on the hard courts of the U.S. Open. What a way to finish the 2025 Grand Slam season with his second major in emphatic form. Carlos Alcaraz is the U.S. Open champion.
Hujambo mtazamaji popote uliko na karibu kwenye kipindi cha Zilizala Viwanjani. Ndani ya muda wa lisali moja tunaenda kuangazia yote hasa ambayo yamejiri wikendi nzima na ambayo unatarajia kwamba yatakuwa yanapigwa hasa wiki hili lote viwanjani humu nchini, barani Afrika na kote duniani. Naitwa Davis Mberia. Swali la siku mitandaoni na kuuliza, mechi ya Harambee Stars wanapiga dhidi ya Ushelisheli, mechi ya kufuzu kombe la dunia ambayo itakuwa inaandaliwa katika uga wa Kasarani hapo kesho. Je, ubashiri wako ni upi? Ubashiri wako ni upi katika mechi ambayo Harambee Stars watakuwa na saka angalau kupoosha bwana kile kidonda ambacho walikipata hivi majuzi dhidi ya Gambia? Ubashiri wako ni upi? Longa nasi moja kwa moja kwenye mitandao ya kijamii @DavisMberia